Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you FLUX Kontext Dev model open weights. Basically this is released into open weights for public. So last time I explained API. So there is Pro and Max versions where you can access through API, you can get it done work. Now they release open weights. It is technically people call a model. It's not a model, it's a weights. So basically it's trained with the 12 billion parameters of all this information, how the character poses, materials, lighting, all the information it has into the 12 billion parameters on the weight. So it's a more on diffusion model. So let's get inside and discuss about what are the capabilities, what are the pros and cons. So first thing is first, so very detailed description. I'll give this workflow here, and this is a by default workflow, nothing I did personally. So you can see here diffusion model. So here I'm not going to show you the installation process because it's a straightforward. You can go, you can tap these links. Once you tap, you will go to the lead directly, download this model. I'm canceling right now here. So you can download all these models and keep it respective folders. One thing is right now I'm using FP8 underscore scale because I have a VRAM. So that's the reason I'm going with this. If you have a less VRAM, you can go much lower versions. There is always KJ release some of the optimized models. You can go and run that. And if you have a much bigger VRAM, whereas sometimes you are running with some other servers, run pod, etc., you can run this. But in terms of the quality, there is almost close to that. You can see, I would say it's very, very unnoticeable compared to 32 GB and this 20 GB. Right now I'm running at the FP8 underscore scaled version. So where you can see here, the model is, this is the model. You can see FP8 underscore scaled safe tensors. This is the model I am running. Okay. So let's go one by one. So the first thing is you can give an input here, input image, and it will go stretch and you can write a format. For example, now there is a prompt guide. You can go here how to write a prompts. Okay, let's go here, create a multiple images. See, the prompt technique is simple one. You can write it straight away. Hey, change the car, maintain style, etc. Transforms a clearly. So basically the context model, you need to give a very clear context and think before generating twice whether your sentence is clear, what you are trying to communicate. One more thing, don't try to edit so many things at one shot. Edit once, then next bring that same thing model, same the image. For example, I edited the golden color. Now if I want to do something else around on top of it, copy, for example, copy image and paste it here, paste it here, and again get it done the whatever you want. So let me show you now. Now transform this character, iron metallic rusted. Okay, this is simple prompt I written, and when you run, so now for me it took very speed. So one thing is, remember, when you, just like any other models, when you're running first time, it's gonna take some time because the entire weights and entire model, everything need to load at first shot. After that things will go very faster. Let's see now, and keep values as it is when you're running on the API, because you are working with server, so that you can by default, there we working with, here I'm talking about this value. By default there you will get a 50 because you get a good output, and here you can do that, but I personally didn't see much difference versus 20 versus 50. And also let's talk about some more things. So here is the question. So when this model release, I have a lot of doubts. What is the difference between where we paying for API keys, we are trying with the Max Pro version, and then suddenly the same company, they release open weights. Technically they are cannibalizing their own product, right? But if you do deep research, if you do deep work around these workflows, you can see very, very standard, clear quality difference between APIs and open weights. So if you're working with different edits, whereas open weights is not performing that great. So API one is definitely the in terms of the prompt tethering. When you send any prompt, it works very, very great manner. That's one thing I notice. But rest of the thing, changing material and slightly turn around, these are working okayish. But actually when you're working some sort of professional kind of work, I have a doubt, especially on the open weights. Let's see now. I think hopefully this will come pretty good. Yeah, look. So one thing, if you notice here, they did pretty good job in terms of, but you can see there is a slight, the quality is losing. Not slight, I mean pretty good, evident. You can see pretty evident here. Quality is losing here. So now I'm going to write a bit more high quality yellow and blue reflections. So now let's see again. I injected few more things into the prompt. Let's see now. Yeah, so more or less the same. Nothing is changing here. That's this is the where you can see the strong difference between the API max models and the OpenDev. So actually it is not obeying your prompt, but which case it is perfectly working. For example, let's say transform this character to side view. It will work decent. Yeah. Now if you notice, this is my load image. Let's see now, compare. It does pretty good job. The quality is almost similar. This is the front view and pretty nicely. Even if you notice, it turned along with the text. Everything it turned pretty good. The consistency is good. See, look at this. Entire thing is reconstructed. So in that case, this is working really good. Whereas if you want to do one more thing also, I want to show you. Let me take some of the example. Okay. So let's take this character. This is the sketch. Transform this sketch to 3D rendered. Sorry, let me zoom in a bit. 3D rendered Pixar art style, yellow and blue, lighting, bouncing, blue, bounce lighting. So this is what I written prompt. It's a simple prompt. You can also rewrite, go to the ChatGPT, etc. You can do that. So now I'm running this. So one more thing, if you want to specifically, if you want to mention, you can mention keep. That's good to have. I haven't done here, but even though you can get a pretty good result here in this case, but generally if you go to the Max Pro models, you need to clearly mention don't change these facial features, etc. You need to mention. That's a good to have. That always certain level it will impact the generation if you're not getting good result. Otherwise, I think in this case you get a pretty good result. That is for sure, I guess. Cool. That looks really insane. So now you can see here, this is my sketch. Yes, if you notice, yeah, this is round, this got slightly skewed a bit. There are few changes, but if you notice overall, what I written clearly yellow and blue bounce lighting, because yellow, blue lighting, Pixar art style, and it's a clearly following the sketch. If you notice here, look here, all these details, it picked up nicely. But whereas if you also notice, here is a mouth is a bit smaller, cuter. Here it's going pretty bigger, because that's where it's picking from the Pixar art style. When I said, if you want to do, as I said, okay, so that's about this one. You can try yourself multiple things. I have written couple of other things here. You can do all this lighting changing, etc. Now I'll show you one more thing. If you want to do anything, you can copy here, paste it here, and start editing on this work. For example, make him backside, etc. You can work around. So now let's go to other one. So this is one. Now you can see I disable this one. So Control M. The moment you can enable two images, image 1 and image 2. So now what I'm going to do, I'll do some simple one. Let me pick one of the character. Okay, so let's pick the character. What does it mean? Okay, let's go and pick this character. This is one of my character. Also I'm going to pick another character. Okay, let's pick the our guy. So what I'm going to do, so as I said, you can do this also. I think this has a many apps is already available. Now this guy giving here, what you can do, this is the prompt. Place both character together in one scene where they are hugging. That's all, that is a prompt. So let's see now what you can do. You can run this, so it will show the preview and it started working around. And here you don't need to set any sizes etc, because it will take automatically the both images, and it started working towards that. So if I go here, you can pass this image here, then from whatever image generating here, and you can do second right of prompting. Hey, can you add here some text here? Can you add blue light? So on and so forth if you have the VRAM. So think like this workflow, same one, whatever you have here, I pasted here. It's not I pasted, it's available already. So I disable right now here, bypassed. So you can, if you are seeing the, hey, how to do this, you can go here, bypass. Okay. You can see here, this is how you get a result. It's not that great, but yeah, you can see this, there is muffleness, some blurriness is coming, but you can work around. You can change the values, change the image. You can play around. Always you can get a pretty good result. Also you can play around this, increasing this increasing these steps, you will get a pretty good result here. So that's about this one. Why this model is very popular. Think like this, it has a context in the sense, when you say something, you don't need to say again and again. You don't need to write. For example, let's again bypass this image. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's make place red color hat on his head, red color rounded. Okay, this is what I've given. So what it is, you're not mentioning anything, the bald headed man, etc. You're not mentioning, you give an input and it will automatically understand and it will follow your thing. So basically two steps will happen. One is visual image, what kind of image you are given input. That image also it will read as a prompt, model will understand, then what you are giving input, it will mix together and it will give you output. Now you can see this, but yeah, this is not the image you want. So then if that is the case, you need to come here and make it what kind of image you exactly looking. Or if you are mentioning something cowboy hat, something very specific, then it will follow according to that, but it will fit what you're trying to say. That is what I want to tell. So think like it is kind of a ChatGPT in the image editing version. So ChatGPT, you go and talk about something, then you don't need to mention again, like, hey, tell me about this one, that one. You will you have like a token exchange. Similar way you can do here as well. So that's about the video. Only thing is, it is good certain level, but if you look at net to net, where you can do use cases and all, if you want to do very, very high quality detailed things, you can do certain, yeah, definitely it is good, but the whatever, if I compare with the API nodes, it's not that great. So I still go for API if you comparing, if you give a weightage, but of course you need to spend money there. That's one thing. Here is you can do multiple runs, only is your GPU cost. Whereas if you're running in API, you cost on the server. That's the difference. So that's about this one. So if you have any doubts or any questions, please leave a comment. And also I tested with all this. You can copy paste and test it out yourself. For example, turning into the cartoon, 3D art style, etc. These things are working pretty good on this particular model, dev model. So that's about this one, guys. See you next week.